What's going on, people? It's your man the YB. Once again, big shout out to my dog 31BT for coming through and moosing up the coin. So, bash. Listen, man, let me tell you cat something right now. Yeah? Whatever his turbulency put in their man's drink this weekend, it was the right bits he put in their drink because they came to fight. No clinching. No back. Well, there's a bit of little piece of backpedaling. Shakur was doing little piece, but listen, fair play to Shakur. I think it was a draw. But anyway, I'll do another video on Shakur. But in general, yeah, these were entertaining fights. You know a fight's entertaining when I don't even remember what round it was. And all the rounds are just skirt. You're looking at it and you're watching it. Next thing you know, it's round 8. If you can get round 8 is basically 30 minutes. If you can get half an hour into a fight and you haven't even realised you're watching it, that's how you know it's good. Last night with the women, stinky muck stink. Savannah Marshall clinging on, stinking the place out. Taylor and Serrano. Serrano's in there shadow boxing. Taylor's faffing around. No good. So Turkey, for whatever reason, I think the ring was 18 feet, which is all you need. You don't need a bigger ring than that. I wouldn't be mad at 16 foot, but anyway, that's not for the point. Let's get back to Sheeraz now. Fair play to HAMZA as well. I was on HAMZA's arse. Amir Khan nephew. I was on your arse after that Adamets fight. You got punched up in that fight, no doubt about it. That said, that could have been a career-defining moment for HAMZA. He could have thought, oh, I'm not at that level. Instead, and Adamez is obviously better than Berlanga. But still, this fight was 50-50 at the bookies. In fact, for a long time, up until fight week really, HAMZA was an underdog. So he had the worst fight of his career, right? People getting a lot of stick, and he comes in there on his job. I actually rate HAMZA. I've always rated him as such. That last fight just stunk so bad. I thought, oh, that's not good. He comes in there, both men to be fair. I'm not even going to clown Berlanga. Because Berlanga, yeah, he got punched up. But before the fight, I said, oh, if it goes left for Berlanga, he'll just run like the Canelo fight. He didn't. He stood there, took his licks, and got sent to meet his maker. Salute to him. Rome salutes Berlanga. And may he travel well. For sure. To the gates of Valhalla, the pearly gates. That's where he got sent to. But salute to him. He took his licks. He even at the very end, he got back up and he weren't shitting himself. Like, oh. Yeah, both men in there like this. No clinching. Just like this, working, having a look. I got some shivers now down on my body, man. That's what I want to see. In there like this, having a look, and working. That's what you need to do. No clinching. No shit in your pants, running backwards like it's a marathon. You name it Mo Farah, okay? This is the right thing I want to see right here. And HAMZA's in there. He's just too big. He's too big, too strong. Too big, too strong. His fundamentals are solid. I have to also give a shout out to Andy Lee as well, for what it's worth. We do know trainers seem to have these trends where, like, he's the hot trainer, but at the end of the day, man, his cats, they're knocking people out right now. Okay, the Ben Whittaker one, was it stopped early? But that's not the point. The trend is, Joe Parker couldn't punch, for sure. He couldn't punch. He knocked Bakoli head off. End of the day. His head came off. Idi Amin's head came off. So salute for that. The Whittaker fight. Whittaker, look, he was down bad. Yeah? He was down bad, end of the day. And he comes back, and whether it was stopped early or not, Liam Cameron didn't complain. He was happy to get punched up. So for whatever reason, Andy Lee got an early knockout there. And this fight here, early knockout. Knockouts are rare as they are. They're rare. Most fights go to points. Knockouts are rare. And I think this... How many rounds was this? 5-6 rounds? First half. So Andy Lee, not even that. It's basically end of round 4, Berlanga got clipped. And then at the start of round 5, so basically 4 rounds. This is phenomenal from Andy Lee. I have to give a lot of salute to Andy Lee. The fight was 50-50, end of the day. So HAMZA wasn't supposed to. In fact, the most likely outcome at the bookies was HAMZA on points. I think the least likely outcome, believe it or not, it was HAMZA on points was most likely. Then it was Berlanga by knockout was the next most likely outcome. And I think the least likely was, well, it was between HAMZA by knockout, or I think Berlanga on points was the least likely. HAMZA came out there, yeah. He wasn't even using his... I'm not complaining, but he probably could. Even people like Triple G, they'd use their jab quite a lot. He wasn't spamming the jab. I have to give a lot of credit to HAMZA and Andy Lee, in as much as for such a tall fighter, the fact and he's been like this for a while, but the fact he's prepared. Berlanga's only chance was on the inside. HAMZA stood there, curled over like this, and was happy to exchange. I salute HAMZA right now. That's what I do. That's what I do. I salute him. I thought most likely after his last fight, he's gonna have lost confidence and he's gonna be on his back foot, just spamming the jab. That's what I thought he was gonna be doing. He come in there like this, having a look, taking a shot, popping off, talking to dude. I salute HAMZA SHEERAZ. End of the day. Yeah, that's what I do. He came there and handled his job. He took a lick or two and he give out more licks and smoked dude. Yeah, he got Berlanga on a shirt, on his people's shirt. I saw the live stream from New York. There's a whole bag of Berlanga's family with him on his t-shirt right now. They got his t-shirt. Fair play to them. Yeah, New York is a 24-hour city. You can get t-shirts printed at any time. So rest in peace to Berlanga, man. You're on your people's shirt right now. Yeah. They smoking that pack right now, that Berlanga pack. But listen, that Berlanga pack's sweet. The King of New York, yeah, that's what they got here. The King of New York, Berlanga. Because you got smoked, my bro. You did get smoked, but you got a big heart. I'm not even in the mood to roast some dude, but he did get smoked. He did talk a lot, but that's what the fight game is. You're supposed to talk a lot, and he did try to back it up. He did try. HAMZA's is a bit of a mythical creature, if I'm honest. It is almost mythical. Doesn't really make sense. I'm trying to think, what lanky fighters in history do you know can get busy on the inside? I remember, what's his name? He's not a historical figure, but I mean, you'd think. I don't remember Tommy. I haven't watched a whole bunch of Tommy Hearns, but he's what? You don't remember him really standing there. I like it though. I like it. HAMZA can punch. Carrot Top went life and death with Berlanga. Life and death with him. Yeah, lazy looking ass Carrot Top. Carrot Top ain't got no output. Right? And I'm not going to lie. I'm really not going to lie. I'm really not going to lie here, people. I'm not going to lie right here. I'm really not. I can see HAMZA beating Canelo. Honestly. Canelo went life and death with Skull, who can't punch. And HAMZA said, and again, I rate HAMZA. HAMZA come out and said, listen, yeah, I'm not going to shit my pants with Canelo. I'm going to stand right there with him. And I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. I just don't see. Canelo went life and death with Munguia. Munguia got knocked out by some journeyman with 10% KO ratio. I think Canelo's washed, and that's kind of worrying for the Terence Crawford situation. I think he's finished. He went life and that Skull fight, it could have been a draw, honestly. He stunk. He threw about 4 punches the whole fight. Rubbish. HAMZA's too young, too big as well. HAMZA put him on the end of the jab and just touch him up. And all stand there with him like this. Munguia was standing there with him. Munguia got no chin. Right? Munguia got no chin. Munguia was there right with him. Carrot Top can't punch. Carrot Top ain't got no engine. Carrot Top's feet are slow. Yeah? I got HAMZA. Honestly. As mad as it sounds, I got HAMZA right now. With this mentality, if he gets in there and actually wants to fight, he might get clipped. But who's the last guy Carrot Top clipped? He couldn't even clip Plant like that. Plant's no good. All due respect. Eminem ain't no good, man. He couldn't even knock Plant out properly. Plant got tired because he been getting tired. He get tired against bums. Plant got tired and it kind of Carrot Top stumbled upon the KO. Who's the last guy? Kovalev again, 50 years old. And Kovalev was arguably winning a lot of them rounds. Carrot Top was standing there like this. If 50-year-old Kovalev can be in the fight with just a jab, I got HAMZA. Too young. Too young. And you best believe, if the fight goes to points, Turkey's putting his man on. So I got HAMZA beating Carrot Top, honestly. Would he stop him? No, I think Carrot Top knows how to shit his pants, to be fair to him. Look at the Bivol fight. Carrot Top knows, oh, I'm getting punched up, I don't like this. He'll just not throw his hands and turn into a heavy bag. He can do that. Bivol brought it out of him. Yeah? Bivol brought the big orange bitch out of him, end of the day. So I don't think SHEERAZ will stop him, but I think SHEERAZ will be too much for him. That said, the thing is, I think Carrot Top's even smaller than Berlanga. It's very hard yet to hook a tall dude. Really hard. When you're bent over like this, yeah, and you got some lanky dude in there, it's hard to find his head with a hook. And it's knackering as well, because the reason smaller fighters like to punch hook to the body, it's easier when you're bent over to hook to the body. It's in line with your shoulder. When you got to reach up like that all day, it's knackering and much slower. And the tall guy can just kind of pull back and you miss it. So I don't know. Listen, another year from now, Carrot Top's another year slower. Assuming he gets through the Crawford fight. Crawford doesn't have what HAMZA does though. Crawford is not a natural. HAMZA's probably a 175er, right? Crawford don't have that. And Crawford's old himself. What else is it? But yeah, I'm not going to be shocked if I've got Canelo beating Crawford. But I'm not going to be shocked if Crawford sucked in his last fight. That's what put me off. If he looked good against Madrimov, he sucked in that last fight. He went life and death at 154. So that's what turns me off. Anyway, let's get back to this right here. What else I got to say here? I'm just happy, really, to be fair. Proper happy that we got... Look at this guy, look. Look. He stretched him out. Pause. Yeah, he stretched this guy out, man. And he was on his back like this. You know how he tried... Hamza said this in the post-fight interview. He said, you know how when he got knocked down by Carrot Top, he was like this. He kind of was on his knees or on his... He was standing up, going out, banging his gloves together. This time he was like... Fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. He got sent to meet his maker for sure. For real. That's what happened to him, man. But fair play to him. Look at this guy laid out looking at sleep it off, my bro. I'm not taking the piss. I salute him. Yeah, you the king of sleeping. Never mind New York. I thought New York was a city that never sleeps, man. What happened to that, bro? You sleeping a hell of a lot right now. Look at this guy here all stretched out looking at us. Starfish want to be ours. Look at this starfish want to be ours having do, man. Look at this guy, look. He got punched up. He did get punched up. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else to say, man. Really. Just a very dominant performance. He's good on... Hamza's good on the inside. I don't ever change that, man. I wouldn't mind a little bit. I think for a Carrot Top fight. But then we did see him... We saw Hamza spamming the jab. With Adamez. But Adamez is something... Adamez is very... He's proper. Carrot Top maybe 5 years ago was like that. Now Carrot Top's a plodder. Like this. He's not... He ain't got the Adamez. He ain't got that head movement. So I wouldn't mind seeing... Particularly in the early rounds of Hamza versus Canelo, I wouldn't mind seeing him get on the jab a bit more. I don't think you need to be... Carrot Top's going to get knackered. Quick. So there's no point trying to be a hero early rounds. With Berlanga, he made it look good though. Got him out of there in 4 rounds. To be fair, he can punch. Berlanga's... He's been down before. That was a flash knockdown, like Hamza pointed out when Carrot Top hit him. Flash knockdown. Hamza, his hands are going as well. I like that. I think that's what Andy Lee's is bringing out of these guys to some extent. Their hands are going, and that is... It sounds stupid. Well, obviously, it's a boxing fight. A lot of these new age men have lost that. They don't want to throw their hands. They shit their pants. One at a time. Ben Whittaker, he jumped in there. He wasn't clinical like Hamza was. He was just thrashing left and right. But still, you got to be throwing your hands. And they've got that... They're young enough. They've got that spite left. They want to do someone, or Hamza at least, he wants to do someone some serious harm. That's what I saw here. Putting his hands together. He's smart, yeah, honestly. I think he's going to be a hard man to beat at 168. It's a shame Benavidez isn't still there. I've got... Styles make fights though, don't it? End of the day. I've got Hamza beating. Benavidez can't punch. He can't punch. That's the problem. You put Benavidez in there with Berlanga, it goes points, for sure. He can't punch for Tuffy. He really can't punch. You put people... Yeah? You put Hamza in there with Plant. He gets knocked out in 6. Benavidez went life and death with Plant. 50-50, can't punch. Benavidez can't punch. What's he going to do? You can't punch, man. Hamza will be right there, yeah, like this. And Benavidez will be thrashing, yeah? He can punch, end of the day. Come on, don't play with me. He can't punch. Benavidez. Yeah? But at 168, it's wide open right now, isn't it? Okay, you got Carrot Top, ain't you? That's the only fight there is to make, really. I don't see... Yeah, listen, it's an intriguing fight. No one's going to be shocked. Hamza himself said, one of us is going to get knocked out. Who's got the better chin? You'd have to go with Canelo. But that's probably because Canelo knows how to... Hamza will throw his hands. I'm not sure Canelo's counter punches are going to be as effective when he's fighting in the clouds. That's what I'm saying. Yeah? A lot of them hooks. I'm trying to think. Jamal Charlo. He's lanky. Not as lanky as Hamza, though. He's not lanky as Hamza. And Charlo shit himself as well. That's what he was doing in there. He didn't want to throw his hands. You got to throw your hands to win a fight, man. Unless you're coming in there for a paycheck. A lot of these men come in there with a paycheck. Hamza said he won't. I don't see any reason he would unless he feels the power. He feels some God-fearing power. Which is possible. That's what a lot of people do. Charlo didn't look like he shit himself till he got in there with Canelo. We'll see with Crawford. If Crawford can get in there, yeah, and just hold the shots and not cack his pants, then there's no reason Hamza's a big dude, man. Pause. He's a big dude. No Diddy. Yeah? He's a big dude. Big dude. And Berlanga, he's supposed to, they say, oh, he's got 16 first round knockouts. He knocked out 16 tin cans, to be fair. But he held them shots nicely, man. I'm trying to think how the fight, I can't really remember. It was just all, Hamza or he says I lost the first few rounds. I thought it was all pretty close, really. Thought it was all pretty close. Yeah, man. Look at this, look at this, look at this here, look. Right here. Yeah? Right here. Having a look. Right here. Yeah? Right there. Savannah Marshall. Pop, pop. Slow, slow. Whoop. Stinker. Yeah, that's the Peter Fury style though. Yeah, this cling out. The Klitschko fight was horrible as well. It's like you know what I mean? It's like trying to hack the system. Oh yes, we'll just cling onto it. It's rubbish, man. Ban the clinch. Hashtag. I think Turkey told his man. Turkey's heard the bars from the YB. He told his man, no clinching, man. Right, that's what he told his man. No clinching. It stinks. And tonight we did see. I think Matias versus Puello. That was a bit stinky. No, not Matias. I told you, man. Matias on his ass. But Puello was just clinching a little bit too much. But apart from that, Shakur Stevenson, I saw about 5 clinches in 12 rounds. Perfect. Right? That's what we're supposed to see. Yeah? Good. Good from Shakur. Anyway, before I get out of here, let's go through the gambling situ. Because we got lucky this time. It would have been a clean sweep this weekend if it wasn't for Savannah Bombshell bumping my acca. We lost 20 yesterday because Savannah didn't come through. That's what we did here. But then, Matias and Puello, we bet for it to go the distance. A score, 20 large, returned 36. So that basically means we're about break even now, after that loss from Savannah. Clown. But then we hit this lick here. Look at this lick here. Look at this lick here. Look at this lick right here. Look. Matias by decision at 6.5 to 1. Bosh. 6.5 to 1. We put a tenner down basically. Look at these two here. Look. So we up 65 large. And then we got bumped for a 5 on Hamza by decision. We did have a tenner on Hamza though, didn't we? We had a tenner on Hamza to win the fight overall, but I bottled it. I thought that he wasn't going to stop him. But this is the thing, man. I chop and change. Yeah, you shouldn't bet on the outcome. You should just bet on the person to reduce the uncertainty of things going a specific way. But then when you do that, you just get bumped all the time. The other guy always loses. Yeah, it's one of them, man. What can I say, man? They throw me, to be fair, the Kabbalah throw me a stinky bone right here. They lure me back in. Oh, yeah, no, you can win some. I think this might be the edge, though. The edge might be finding things that are, wait, it's all supposed to be mispriced, but things that 6.5 to 1 for Matias on points versus a guy who's never been knocked down before. But I've done it before where I've bet on 6 to 1 underdogs 20 times in a row and lost every one. And it's like, well, obviously you bet with the favourites. This is how you chop and change, you see. I've had it where I've bet on big underdogs 10 times in a row and lost every one. So then you start thinking, well, I'll bet on the favourites. And that happens, you get a tank. So you kind of go in a circle, vicious circle of getting bumped. You get a stinky bone here. Oh, I'll do this now. Bosh, 10 bumps in a row. And then it's one of them anyway. I told you I was quitting if this count got zeroed. So they've heard the bars. They thought, oh yeah, he's going to go away. So we'll throw him a bone now. We'll throw him a bone here to keep him lured in. See what I mean? They knew I was getting close to 0. That's what they did. So they throw you a stinky bone right now. I feel like the pork versus Carl Froch. The gambling companies give me a pat on the head and told me it'll be okay. Alright? Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Salute to Berlanga. Yeah. Salute to HAMZA SHEERAZ for putting a proper fight on that I was excited to watch, and it was interesting, and it was a proper fight. I wasn't getting frustrated with clinching. I wasn't getting frustrated with backpedaling. 2 dudes having a fair fight, and one man won, and one man lost. I'm not going to write off Berlanga now because he'd been knocked out. He knocked out fighting. End of the day, that's how it goes sometimes. What can you do? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, he on his people's t-shirt right now. Yeah, they're smoking that pack. Back in Londonistan. You know what I mean? You best believe, man, he's smoking that pack right now. In Londonistan. That's crazy. Anyway, let me know if I'm out of here, people. Bye.